Hello everybody, I'm going to be doing a series of Halloween horror themed games, a couple streams on it, and I thought what better than my introduction to horror as a child, which was the original Diablo game on PS1. And I personally feel like no games have ever come quite close to matching the atmosphere that this game gave me as a child, and I don't know, I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy it too. In my opinion, this is one of the greatest games ever made. It's certainly better than Diablo 2 and Diablo 3, especially 3. But I do feel that nothing came quite close to the vibes that I got off of this as a child, and I'm hoping that you'll feel the same. So, with that, let's get into some old school Diablo. A quick disclaimer, I haven't played this since I was a kid, so I'm probably going to be very bad, but we'll cross that bridge as we come to it. And for now, I'm going to replay the intro. The game is very loud. I have turned the settings down, but I'm not sure how it's going to come across in the video. I'll have to give it another look momentarily, but thank you for joining me on this experience.
I don't have a spell ready.
Well, what can I do for you? Look at that edge, that balance. A sword in the right hands, and against the right foe, is the master of all weapons. Its keen blade finds little to hack or pierce on the undead. But against a living, breathing enemy, a sword will bitter slice their flesh.
Thank goodness you returned. Much has changed since you lived here, my friend. All was peaceful until the Dark Riders came and destroyed our village. Many were cut down where they stood, and those who took up arms were slain or dragged away to become slaves, or worse. The church at the edge of town has been desecrated and is being used for dark rituals. The screams that echo in the night are inhuman, but some of our townsfolk may yet survive. Follow the path that lies between my tavern and the blacksmith's shop to find the church and save who you can. Perhaps I can tell you more if we speak again. Good luck.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. Oh, Jillian is a fine woman, much adored for her high spirits and her quick laugh. She holds a special place in my heart. She stays on at the tavern to support her elderly grandmother, who is too sick to travel. I sometimes fear for her safety, but I know that any man in the village would rather die than see her harmed.
What ails you, my friend? Poor Wirt. I did all that was possible for the child, but I know he despises that wooden peg that I was forced to attach to his leg. His wounds were hideous. No one, and especially such a young child, should have to suffer the way he did.
I don't have a spell ready.
Good day. How may I serve you? Farnham is a drunkard who fills his belly with ale and everyone else's ears with nonsense. I know that both Pepin and Ogden feel sympathy for him, But I get so frustrated watching him slip farther and farther into a befuddled stupor every night.
Can't a fellow drink in peace? I want to tell you something, 'cause I know all about this stuff. It's my specialty. This here is the best. The best. That other ale ain't no good since those stupid dogs.
Please, listen to me. The Archbishop Lazarus. He led us down here to find the lost prince. Bastard led us into a trap. Now everyone is dead, killed by a demon he called the Butcher. Avenge us! Find this Butcher and slay him, so that our souls may finally rest.
Your death will be avenged. The sanctity of this place has been fouled. I don't have a spell ready. I gotta pawn some of this stuff. Too much baggage. Too much baggage.
Whoa, what can I do for you? Whoa, what can I do for you? Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. Whoa, what can I do for you?
I can't use this yet. Too much baggage. I gotta pawn some of this stuff.
what can I do for you? Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. Well, what can I do for you? Well, what can I do for you? Well, what can I do for you?
I sense a soul in search of answers. There is much about the future we cannot see, but when it comes, it will be the children who wield it. The boy Word has a blackness upon his soul, but he poses no threat to the town or its people. His secretive dealings with the urchins and unspoken guilds of nearby towns gain him access to many devices that cannot be easily found in Tristram. While his methods may be reproachful, Word can provide assistance for your battle against the encroaching darkness. The Butcher is a sadistic creature that delights in the torture and pain of others. You have seen his handiwork in the Drunkard Farnham. His destruction will do much to ensure the safety of this village. I sense a soul in search of answers.
Can't a fella drink in peace? Big cleaver, killing all my friends. Couldn't stop him, had to run away. Couldn't save them. Trapped in a room with so many bodies, so many friends. No!
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. It seems that the Archbishop Lazarus goaded many of the townsmen into venturing into the labyrinth to find the king's missing son. He played upon their fears and whipped them into a frenzied mob. None of them were prepared for what lay within the cold earth. Lazarus abandoned them down there, left in the clutches of unspeakable horrors, to die.
What ails you, my friend? By the light, I know of this vile demon. There were many that bore the scars of his wrath upon their bodies when the few survivors of the charge led by Lazarus crawled from the cathedral. I don't know what he used to slice open his victims, but it could not have been of this world. It left wounds festering with disease, and even I found them almost impossible to treat. Beware if you plan to battle this fiend.
Well, what can I do for you?
Fresh meat.
The spirits of the dead are now avenged.
The village needs your help, good master. Some months ago, King Leoric's son, Prince Albrecht, was kidnapped. The king went into a rage and scoured the village for his missing child. With each passing day, Leoric seemed to slip deeper into madness. He sought to blame innocent townsfolk for the boy's disappearance and had them brutally executed. Less than half of us survived his insanity. The king's knights and priests tried to placate him, but he turned against them and, sadly, they were forced to kill him. With his dying breath, the king called down a terrible curse upon his former followers. He vowed that they would serve him in darkness forever. This is where things take an even darker twist than I thought possible. Our former king has risen from his eternal sleep and now commands a legion of undead minions within the labyrinth. His body was buried in a tomb 3 levels beneath the cathedral. Please, good master, put his soul at ease by destroying his now cursed form. Greetings, good master. Welcome to the Tavern of the Rising Sun.
Well, what can I do for you? I made many of the weapons and most of the armor that King Leoric used to outfit his knights. I even crafted a huge 2-handed sword of the finest mithril for him, as well as a field crown to match. I still can't believe how he died, but it must have been some sinister force that drove him insane.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while. Ah, the story of our king, is it? The tragic fall of Leoric was a harsh blow to this land. The people always loved the king, and now the light, as Leoric had always been the holiest of men. Only the vilest powers of hell could so utterly destroy a man from within. Ah, the story of our king, is it? The tragic fall of Leoric was a harsh blow to this land. The people always loved the king, and now they live in mortal fear of him. The question that I keep asking myself is how he could have fallen so far from the light, as Leoric had always been the holiest of men. Only the vilest powers of hell could so utterly destroy a man from within.
What ails you, my friend? The loss of his son was too much for King Leoric. I did what I could to ease his madness, but in the end, it overcame him. A black curse has hung over this kingdom from that day forward. But perhaps, if you were to free his spirit from his earthly prison, the curse would be lifted.
Can't a fellow drink in peace? I don't care about that. Listen, no skeleton is gonna be my king. Leoric is king. King! So you hear me? Hail to the king!
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Well, what can I do for you?
ails you, my friend?
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Well, what can I do for you?
I sense a soul in search of answers.
That'll be end of part 1 for this game. We've defeated the Butcher, and we're off to fight King Leoric in the next, or Undead King Leoric I should say. Thank you to any and all who watched this. This is my childhood. I remember being so young playing this game. Sat in the dark. I'd have to beg my brothers to play it with me, and even then, you know. But anyway, stay tuned because I will be playing some more horror games for Halloween. I'm going to be playing with one of my good friends very shortly, actually, in maybe an hour, if that. Yeah, that should be State of Decay 2, but we'll see. I've never played that game either. But yeah, oh god, this music is so good. Thank you to everybody who watched, and hopefully I'll see you in the next part. Happy Halloween, everybody.